And now to a story 8 decades in the making. A Savannah family finally learning the truth about their World War II hero. For years, they believed their uncle died in Italy. But a French historian discovered that his plane actually went down in France and reached out to his relatives. WJCL 22 News' Lydia Blackstone talked to the family and the man who helped bring their hero story home.
Here in Greenwich Cemetery lies a hero. This is the grave of 2nd Lieutenant Marion Zipperer, or Don Zipperer, but his family is now connected to a location nearly 5,000 miles away on a French countryside where his plane was shot down, a discovery made possible by a French historian.
I was born 10 years after my uncle passed away. We never got to meet him. Pictures, a few stories, nothing else. Now we know.
Stephen Sheely and his family given the gift of closure. One day getting a call, a French World War II historian, Sylvain Decroix, had uncovered the truth of their uncle's death.
I write a book about American troops in my department.
And
by chance, I fell on that story.
For the family, it was much more than chance. It was fate and an opportunity to honor the legacy of their uncle. He was a young volunteer in the Army's Air Force, the valedictorian of Savannah High, and an aviator who flew his Thunderbolt P-47 fighter to liberate Europe from Germany's grip, but was unfortunately shot down days after his 20th birthday. Decades later, the family returning to that very spot in the village of La Trinquelière, France.
They had found the crash site, metal detected and found plane parts. We had all kinds of information that we never had before.
Sylvain invited the whole family to his country to see the site and take part in a memorial for their uncle on Armistice Day, a day that fell on Veterans Day in the U.S.
We were told that their typical Armistice Day celebration was 25 to 30 people. 300 showed up, which made it very emotional.
Some of those present, eyewitnesses to their uncle's crash. The reason they came, to say thank you to those who paid the ultimate price to free Europe, a price Sylvain has not forgotten.
I think that the duty of memory is very important, whether it's in France or in the United States. And being able to thank all the American soldiers who came and freed France, it's important.
He stayed in touch with the family and brought his own to Savannah. They came to see the name of 2nd Lieutenant Marion Don Zipperer engraved on the World War II memorial on River Street.
We can't thank him enough. The family really can't thank him enough for his work.
Sylvain is now writing a book to tell the stories of these forgotten military heroes, and one of those stories in his book will be of 2nd Lieutenant Zipperer. In Greenwich Cemetery in Savannah, Lydia Blackstone, WJCL 22 News.
Some much needed closure for that family. Thanks so much, Lydia. As for the personal memorabilia of 2nd Lieutenant Don Zipperer, they were donated today, as well as the plane parts, to the Museum of the Mighty 8th Air Force in Pooler.